going on this wonderful day. I'm here to sing a song while I wait for Instagram to come on, Here we go. It just went live. So there we go. I'm going to click go live and then I'm going to speak my piece. Okay. So yesterday was my 46th birthday and I received so much love. I mean, love from people I don't know because Nana posted my birthday on his page. I received love from people that I don't even hear from often, and I'm talking maybe once a year, once every few years. So I really do want to jump on here and share with you guys first my deep gratitude and appreciation for taking a moment of your time to send me love and birthday wishes. What I really understand, have come to know is every moment is a shared experience and it's a shared energy. And anybody who drops in to take a moment to even press a button to say happy birthday, they are extending themselves. They're sharing in their energy with me. And that is a true gift. And it's a privilege and an honor for me. And I don't take that lightly. So thank you very much, guys, for the birthday wishes. And then today, 24 hours later, is my older sister's birthday. And if she was still alive, she would be 51 years old, which she is in my spirit. But I actually want to come on here because I do internal work and examine my narratives relentlessly throughout my day. I'm constantly observing my thoughts. I'm constantly making different choices. I'm constantly catching myself in judgment. And it's, I'm a work in progress. I haven't figured myself out yet, and I don't know that I ever will because part of being in this human experience, from what I do know, is that we are constantly co-creating with creation. We're constantly unfolding into something new. That's why the birth, death, rebirth cycle is so prevalent and profound because it's a constant experience. It's not something that we just have when we're older or when we're born into this human experience. It's something that is perpetuating and unfolding at all times. But what I really wanted to talk about today was surrender. So, when my oldest sister passed away more than 7 years ago at this point, I made a commitment to surrender what I thought I knew and to allow myself to experience the unfolding of my life without as much force. And I say without as much because the reality is, guys, I still operate in ego and my ego gets the best of me and I try to control situations. And when I do, man, that's force and it feels hard. And it generally, even if the outcome comes out the way I want, it doesn't feel exuberant, which is my word for this year, by the way. Anyway, so to really surrender is to allow the flow of life to just unfold. And that's a commitment I made more than 7 years ago. But it's not easy, which is why in all scripture we talk about having a mustard grain size ounce of faith, is having faith without the evidence that what it is you desire is going to work out, allowing things to unfold despite them not looking the way you want them to look. That's true surrender. And it takes immense faith and it can feel really scary. Even for me, even after many years of bearing witness to the manifestations that I have co-created with creation, because I do manifest. I manifest all the time. In fact, we all do. We manifest through our subconscious programming, through our thought patterns, through our belief systems, which is why when I talk to people, I encourage them to simply start to become aware of your thoughts. Then simply start to become aware of your patterns of behavior. Because a lot of times we operate from thinking and doing that we kind of fell into over time, doing it repetitively without realizing what it is we're actively participating in or thinking about. So, awareness is huge. And so I'm constantly observing my thoughts because I know my thoughts create my reality. And still, even with that awareness, even with having experience, even when knowing that I co create with creation, I operate an ego and I try to control. And when I do that, it feels really hard. And that's what happened over the past couple weeks is I wanted specific outcomes and I kept surrendering, but it wasn't unfolding the way I had hoped, which was ease, peace, simplicity. It was nail biting, trusting, but not seeing the results and continuing to trust and trust and trust. And that is surrender. It's not always pretty and it's not always easy even for me. And that's why I see a lot of people who start work on themselves, but because the road map isn't clear, because there's no final destination, because we don't have the ability to see the outcome of the work we're doing, we end up quitting. We stop doing the work on ourselves because we don't see the results that we desire right away. And I'm here to tell you, you owe it to yourself to go through that ambiguous middle, that really hard, uncertain, messy middle of doing things differently, of surrendering to something so that you can learn yourself more deeply, so that you can start to identify thought patterns that don't serve you, that you can recognize the behavior that doesn't honor your spirit, that, keeps you in suffering, keeps you in torment. And it's not for the faint of heart, guys. I have been doing this work since I was 14. I'm 46 now. So that's what, 31 years? Yikes. Not really, but and I still this past couple weeks has been a really challenging time of surrender, of just not seeing the desired results that I had wanted, but continuing to not try to control the situation. So I was in a fear a lot and I ultimately experienced what it was that I sought to achieve, but the reality is it was a constant process of trying to control, recognizing that I was trying to control and surrendering it. And then feeling fear, then trying to control the outcome, surrendering the outcome and trusting. And it's like this back and forth with me and just being aware of my thoughts. And that's a practice that I go through when I am caught up in something. So I encourage anybody who is seeking change, which is literally it is the one constant in life. Change is a part of our human experience. We are always changing. Right now, I changed by lifting my hand up. The words that I am expressing in this video is change. I'm moving my body, that's change. It is a one constant in life. It's something that we fight against, and yet it's so prevalent. It cracks me up that people I hear it all the time, even today. Oh, I hate change. Well, change is like that's how we exist. Your cells recreate all the time. So anyway, if you're really looking to create change in your life, part of change is surrendering what you think you know. Part of change is surrendering control. It's doing something differently even though you don't necessarily have all of the facts and you don't know what the outcome is. That is change, that surrender, and that is learning how powerful you are. And we are powerful energy. We're energy, and not even creatures, because when we cease to exist in this body, we're still going to be energy and we're still going to be co-creating experiences with energy. So we're very powerful, but we weaken ourselves when we try to create force, when we try to control, when we need to have a specific outcome come to fruition the way we want it to come, rather than allowing the events to unfold on their own. And it's a practice. And I still operate in fear sometimes, letting things be what they are and not controlling how it looks. But I will tell you, every single time that I've surrendered an outcome to, for me, it's creation. For you, it can be anything. It always works out. It really does. It's just the messy middle when I don't have all the answers on how it's going to work out, that it feels really hard for me. So, today I encourage you, if you're looking to change, understand it's not always going to be easy. Change can feel hard because you don't have the information yet. You haven't experienced what it is you're moving through. So it feels really hard, and it can cause your senses to go into uh fight or flight mode. But the messy middle of that is worth it, because when you look back, you understand, one, how strong you are, how amazing the universe is in helping you get your desired results. And you learn that you don't have to control, that your job isn't to control, it's just to bear witness, it's to ask. For sure, ask what you want, and then don't worry about how you get it. Don't worry about all the little minutia details about having that thing unfold. You just give it to the universe and watch it unfold. And when that feels really hard and you feel fearful, which I still at this moment in time get caught up in that fear too, get caught up in ego, get caught up in control, just to recognize that that is part of it, because you're in unfamiliar territory. Give yourself grace and trust that even if you don't have all the answers, if you keep surrendering, if you keep making that choice to feel the fear and then just let it go, feel the fear, let it go, feel the fear, let it go, things will work out for you. And you'll look back on your life and it will be fully expressed, and you will see that you will have achieved everything that you've ever asked the universe for. So, with that, happy heavenly birthday to my beautiful sister Shelly. Thank you all for the beautiful birthday wishes I received yesterday. And I love you all immensely. And I hope and trust that wherever this lands, it will give you some insight into the fact that even the most spiritual beings had to choose surrender over and over and over again until they achieved that collective consciousness with one. And that is a true movement through unknown, and at many moments in their life, my life, fear. So it's all gravy, baby. Lots of love. Have a beautiful day, and I'll check y'all's on the flip side.